Welcome back YouTube to another video. Here we are, attacking analysis. So I've got about 45 short clips, nothing more than about 20-30 seconds a clip. As you can see, the video is less than 8 minutes long. I've got some crappy arrows drawn on. Just a few things I noticed in our games from the other day. The same games that I analysed for the other video. Just a few things I think we could do differently, or stuff to look out for. So let's go. Right, clip one. Right here, head plays the ball into my feet. Absolutely fine. Here, I end up going back on myself. Regular thing I've done. Quite a lot of people do it as well. As you can see the arrow, I just go fake shot up and run towards the byline. I'm not going to lose this ball here. Instead of turn, lose the ball. Get it back, fair enough. Play it to any player's feet, and then play it straight back to him. Time and time again, as a team, we win the ball back and then just give it straight back. That one's completely on me, so the obvious thing is to keep running down the line. I can't pass to Chris in here because he's got a guy in front of him. Chance lost. Right, next clip. Right, classic us playing against the way we're facing. So I think really Chris will keep going here because I don't really help in that I move towards the space. This guy then half picks me up. If I stay here, these guys have a decision to make. This guy should obviously stay with Chris, and this guy should come towards me or block head off. But Chris can actually go towards the goal here. And then, because my run's here, old Severus Snape here has come in, intercepted the ball. We've got 3 defenders here, and we're trying to play through this tiny gap. Yep, so if I hold my run, Chris could probably keep going. Then Ed maybe hook around the side. Another chance gone. So as I said, all our attacks start from when we're in the ball. Fine. Here, I think too much holding of R2. Because you're not holding it. Chris isn't holding R2 when he gets the ball. You can tell by his first touch. Then he presses R2. So this defender's closing the space. I'm running through the gap. But by the time Chris has caught up with the ball after touching R2, defenders close at space, and the ball through to me is just impossible then. So I think when Chris gets the ball, he's got a couple of options. He's got an option, he can go up and play R1 triangle round the top of the defender, or he needs to make more of a movement inwards, where there's a ball roll or something, and then play the ball through the gap. Right, so next clip. Edmund has the ball. Right, next clip. Ed's got the ball on the break, countering. Chris obviously down the line. I'm running through the gap. Fine. Here, I end up doing the heel-to-heel variant, the L2 square and X one, the fake shot one. But, because I anticipate this defender to come a bit closer to me. But as you can see, he backs off. So, I could have, instead of doing this, I could ball roll down, finish the far corner. Or, there's nothing necessarily wrong with what I've done. I've not lost the ball yet. But I do lose the ball next because I try and pass it across the keeper. It's never going to make it to anyone. But 2 options from here. I could probably get away with shooting at the near post. or if I don't think I can make it, I just need to go up, recycle the play, go back round. No, pass straight to the keeper. Here, just trying to hill to hill, and there's 3 players around me. Never gonna happen. Playing into trouble. Something we do time and time again. Better option. I'm not gonna beat 3 players with 1 skill move. Just pass it down to this any player, and got down on the edge to recycle. Just keep the ball. Don't want to lose the ball. 2-1 up as well, so there's always a chance of the counter they beat us, they score even. Counter again. Ball down line, fine. Cut inside, cut outside, ball to head. It's fine here. Chris played that, absolutely fine pass. Here, I end up touching the ball back towards the defender. I should really fake shot up away from him. Straight back into the defender, lose the ball. Another one. Rushing the counter attack. When I get the ball here, Chris pretty low on stamina already, 80th minute. When I play the ball, Chris is actually behind the defender. Something we need to try and keep in mind of is we need to try and play through balls when we're level or past the defender, especially late on in the game. Chris's pro is pretty small anyway. He's low on stamina. This any player's got full stamina. And Chris just can't get around him. Right here, Chris has, I think, 4 options. Here at the moment, obviously. So this is what Chris actually does. Shot facing away from goal, straight into defender's feet. We've all done it. So here, when Chris gets the ball to his feet, I think he has got 4 options. I think he can lay the ball off to me, he can lay the ball off to Ed, or he's got 4-star skills, you can do a stand-in scoop and go up, finish in that corner, or go down and finish in that corner. Right, I think here I make the wrong run. Don't leave Chris with really any options. I mean, Ed's very unlikely to get to this ball if it even comes down here. I'm assuming Chris is trying to play the ball through this gap. It's a pretty special pass if he pulls it off. But I think my run in the first place doesn't help Chris. I've got plenty of energy. Any player who's using this defender, as you can see, he's not bothering trying to track my run at all. He's trying to catch Chris. If I run across here, probably get a good chance at goal. Right, this ball just far too long on the ball. When Mike gets the ball back from this any player, look how much room Chris is in. R1 triangle, through and goal. One of those things, happens time and time again. Right, this is the communication one. I don't have communication on the way I record, but I'm fairly certain I didn't call for Chris to pass this ball. If I had, look how much space I'm in. Decent chance on goal. Instead, I haven't. Ball played to Ed here. I don't think Ed can do a lot with this ball. I think the guy gets lucky with a switch. Must change this guy at the last minute, or the game just auto intercepts. I think with these 2 defenders here, best thing Chris can do is just keep going. bit of left stick dribbling, you could probably carry on going, get a decent shot at goal. Just a fault. It's one of those things, we're 2-0 up, so it's not too bad, but we are wasting a lot of chances. You'll notice in one of the games in a minute, I'll probably clip 10 times in about 5 minutes. Just mistake after mistake. Right, nothing wrong with these free kicks. Don't mind doing them. I'd rather we play them short than just aim as he kick the ball into keeper's hands. However, when Chris gets this ball and shoots, his body angle is completely wrong. He shoots and I don't think I could see your power bar, but I'm guessing you've shot now because it happens pretty much after this and you're sort of almost facing the referee. Need to take a touch out of your feet. You might have done it and there was delay, who knows. But when we shoot, we need to make sure we get a decent angle on the goal. I think other things, sometimes when there's like quite a few defenders around the wall, we could try something different. Quite often we just turn and shoot into the nearest defender. Quite often there's someone that stood here. If I was the player, I'd be blocking this. I'd have my player here to try and stop any shot. So it could be that I stand here for the free kick, and then Chris gets the ball, and if he thinks he can't get a shot away, lays it off to me. Or even if I stand here, we could just play a little one into Chris, one into me, and then I'm to the side of the ball. Not a bad effort in the end, just misses the post, but if it was 1-1, it could be a decent chance. Here, I should go down the pitch, finish in the far corner. I anticipate the keeper rush a bit too early. So ball up. 1-1, big chance. We end up drawing this game. I think when the keeper comes out, finesse is probably your best friend if you're going for the front post. I don't use finesse here, just kick it straight at the keeper's legs. I mean, it's a pretty tight to get around that corner anyway. But if I press R1, at least you've got a chance. But just by pressing the circle, I'm just kicking it straight at the keeper's feet. Again, just playing in a 3 or 4 players' feet. I think if I make a decent run here, it helps Chris out quite a bit. I haven't made the run. And then when Chris passes the ball, somehow it evades this guy. And the other guy steps in and gets it. Right here. Quite happy with the dribbling. Get a bit lucky to get away from the defender, but make it hard for myself. Get the ball here. Turn down the pitch, absolutely fine. Fake shot goal. No, let's go up into the defender. Get a bit fluky. Keeper saves it. In fact, I think this is the game that I just clip loads. What are we on? If it might be from now on, there's quite a few clips. One after the other. Right, Chris here, absolutely fine. Goes to the corner, turns, fine. Turns back, fine. Then just, I don't know, just pass it straight at the defender's feet. Don't think you really got a lot on, but rather than just passing to him, we can go up here and just pass it back to Mike. I think quite often we feel like we're not doing anything with the ball, and we feel like we should always be doing something with the ball. We should always be going at the goal, but we don't need to. We're 2-0 up. We don't need to give the ball away. We don't necessarily need to score a third goal. Obviously, it'd be nice, but every time we give the ball away, it gives another chance at goal. I think this one's overuse of long ball. Yep, right. Dan, you've got so much time and space here. You pretty much got the whole centre circle to yourself. You end up playing this ball to Mike over here. Almost gets there, but doesn't quite. Once again, 2-0. I think this is 2 minutes after the last clip. You can run it in this space. You can place this defender. You can move in this space, play this defender. Just a bit of an aimless long ball. Get the ball away. They got free attack. Right, 2 minutes again after the last one, I think. I just need to keep running. This ball that I'm trying to play, I don't know if I'm aiming for this gap or I'm aiming for around here. It ends up going around here. Chris is never getting it. I just need to keep running. I'm just getting the ball away aimlessly. Chris is never getting there. I mean, look, stamina's pretty low at the minute. Obviously, must have been sprinting a little bit. Even if the ball is in front of Chris, he's never getting away from the defender. Three minutes later. Might win the ball back. Play down line. Fine. Similar to the one a minute ago. I think Ed can just keep running here. When this ball is played, if you look at mine and Chris's body positions, Chris isn't ready for over the top ball. I'm barely ready for it. Chris is facing Ed. Lucky not to get there, but just giving the ball away in the 45th minute. I mean, you know how OP these minutes are, so we couldn't get a goal ourselves, or by giving it away we give them a chance at a goal. So it's just taking time. 45th minute, I know obviously we want to go forward, we want to score a goal, but we're 2-0 up. They're the ones that need to score more than us. Goal kicks. Definitely works out for these. If you look at the radar, underneath this annoying thing, red is where the ball ends up landing roughly. But I mean, I'm not kicking it, Tony, I'm just kicking it. I use the radar a lot, but I'm still just randomly kicking the ball nowhere effectively. I don't really trust the keeper's throw-in, but I could try and throw to this guy here. If it was Ultimate Team, I would. My concern is that on Ultimate Team, I've got one person to intercept my pass, or my throw, my keeper if it's dodgy. On here, I've got 4. Other option, I could drop the ball. Mike starts to clip down here, I think. Mike's here. Nothing stopping me pressing trial, dropping the ball, just trying to feed it around the corner. Get the ball away. Over and over again. Right, here, absolutely fine. Ball through red. I'm through on goal. Touch is fine. I think here, after this touch, I need to let go of R2. Or just shoot a little bit earlier. I want to get inside the box because I want that finishing stat to come into play, the 94 finishing or something, rather than my 88 long shots. Because we know within the D there's like some sort of weird average, plus shots outside the box are pretty shit. So I'm in the box. I ball roll anticipating this guy coming around here, but I ball roll into this guy. I just need to shoot. By not shooting, I'll give the chance up. I mean, does he get the ball? No, he doesn't get the ball. But my fault for screwing the chance up, regardless whether he's fouled me or not. I could have taken the shot already. We could be 4-0 up by now. Right here, this is a very strange one, and this is probably one of the ones that made me think that I need to do game management or defending scenarios. Right, positioning fine, Dan runs all to the back post to cover the post, Mike fine on the post, Ed guard in the front of the 6-yard box. Then if Ed switches off for a second, because he's now off the pitch, Mike has stood off the post, we're on the post to protect it. So if he's trying to mark this guy here, because Ed, for whatever reason, Ed's come over here. In this position, I'd rather Mike's on the post. Heading is shit. If he wins the header, chances are he's not going to score it anyway. And if you're in the way, he's definitely not scoring the header. But if the ball lands at his feet, near post is OP for a shot, but you're there to block it, hopefully. If you don't block it, it's not your fault, you're in the right place. So here Mike runs out. I'm guessing he's... don't know where he's going now. Leaving the box, leaving the post. If this guy gets the ball, this heads up. If this heads down to this guy, and he hits it, he is scoring. Moy 3-1, giving away a cheap goal. Luckily we don't. Right, they have a shot at the near post. I mean, got 3 players in the way. Right, counter attack. Fine. Right. So, before you start here, we are in the 65th minute. Mike's probably empty. I don't know if it's because obviously I can't see your bars. You could be here, but you've just been sprinting quite a bit in the last bit. I don't think R2 is let go of in this whole sequence, really. Maybe a tiny bit. Absolutely fine, Mark through on goal. I think here you need to let go of R2. One more R2 touch and the guy gets you. We know from FIFA pitch notes that lack of stamina affects your control, your acceleration, this, that and the other, agility, whatever, composure. So I think here if you stop, the defender has to come across you to stop you going towards what is the most dangerous near post. But if he carries on running this way, I just think you can go up, then you can pass to Chris. Then you can run back in, you've got a Jew, or you've got Chris, you've got a near post. But just do something, or ball roll or something. Keep holding R2, close the gap. Gets a bit lucky with the tackle, but he made the tackle. Next clip, R2 again. Nice little knock through by Chris. I think if you let go of R2 here, you take a much better touch, because bear in mind, this clip before was 3 minutes ago, you're knackered. I don't know how much stamina you've got at the minute, but it's pretty low at this very second in time. Hold R2, take a really bad touch inside, then take a bad, well, it's not even inside. If you receive this, not holding R2, you just use left stick dribbling, you've got a much better chance of getting away. Another chance burned. Minute later. Here, classic us. Everyone's run away from the ball. This huge gap here, I can't pass to Ed. Guys here, probably can't pass to me. You can step across. Chris is the best option here. In this situation, and I see it time and time again, Chris needs to hold L2, face the ball, I'll just play it to his feet. We've moved up the pitch. By not facing me, I'm forced to either kick it at his heels or try and play it in front of him. I try and kick it at his heels, which is a really shit pass anyway. I mean, what was that? Not even 1.5 bars, I think. So probably not enough power. But if Chris is facing the ball, he's got a much better chance of getting it than running away from the ball and having to come back. Interception. Classic us. Here, I'm just playing it the ball against my momentum. Running down the pitch and then try and play, I don't know what angle there's, 135 degree pass. Never gonna happen. Alright, next one. Right, I know what I'm trying to do here, but I do it all completely wrong. So what I want to do is, I want to cut across this guy with a fake shot. However, I need to do it when I'm ahead of him. So if I do it when the arrow comes up, I think I make it, because your whole body needs to be in, so I need to get my whole body across him. I'll take an extra touch, and by the time I do it, he's caught up with me, and I'll just fake shot into him. Other options, I can fake shot stop. We're only 1-0 up, so cheaply giving the ball away, just fake shot into him. Other options, I can just ball roll down and come back with Ed on the edge. Here, just playing the pass way too early. That ball is never getting there. No matter how many times we replay it. He's already stepping into this gap. He's already anticipating the pass into Chris' feet here. So what I need to do is just stop, let him run here, just run through the gap. Nope, easy interception. Right, makes you offside here, just. But my aim for here is to drag his defender away. But probably haven't told Chris this. So he's going to try and play the ball through the gap. Pretty neat pass, he pulls it off. Just run this direction. If this guy's busy with me, he's got to switch to him. And there's a little bit of a delay in a switch. Just run at the goal. It's pretty close, but I'm called offside. Chance burned. Here, just shoot. Don't know what to say about this one really. Chris doesn't shoot, passes. If I'm going to do anything with this ball, I need to hit it first time. I think it caught me a little bit off guard, to be honest. I wasn't quite expecting the pass. But if I'm going to do anything with this ball, I need to do it first time. I need to shoot first time, this corner, play it. So if I shoot first time, I'll probably get past him. But it needs to be in this, has to be in this corner. He's blocking this front post. Or I need to let off to Ed. 1-0 up. Big chance wasted. Huge chance. Just let go of R2. He's fully occupied with Chris. Like, he has got no intent of coming towards his ball. He's just trying to block this Jew that backs off completely. I just need to let go of R2. If I let go of R2 here, I have all the time in the world to do what I want. I can ball up, put it in the far post. I can even just roll this ball across to Chris. He's rushed his keeper out. I could probably chip the keeper. Once again, 1-0. Big chance wasted. I think there's another one where Chris can probably carry on running. This guy, it's the same many as the last one. He's really intent on following the run. We've got Chris and Mike and Ed out here. But he's busy with me. The other guy is not defending whatsoever. AI is pretty strong, I know that. I think in that instance, Chris can probably just keep going. And we end up just turning the defender, lose the ball. Right. I don't think I help matters here. But I think here, Chris can just keep... Yeah, so when I play this ball, I should follow my pass. I sort of run central where Ed is also running. It leaves Chris isolated. So if I follow my pass, I end up in this little gap here. Instead I'm running towards the centre, Chris gets isolated. There's not a lot I can do, there's 3 defenders around him. So where it ends that clip. Cut that very short. Oh, sorry, this is the one where I thought Chris should do something completely different. That's why I said Chris should in the other one, but it was this one. Here, I think Chris can just keep going. Just keep going. You're already ahead of the defender. You can cut in here, have a shot. I'm running towards his back post. I've got this defender occupied. This is the only guy that's probably going to make a challenge on you. Let me just kick it out of that guy. Bit of a strange one. All done it. Oh, that first time ball roll. did not register, and I completely fucked the chance. I could probably do a number of things here. I think it's probably the second time I tried. The first time ball roll didn't work. I could probably just first time fake shot forward around the keeper. I could probably just receive the ball to my feet, and maybe Ed's coming back round here. Allow to Ed. First time ball roll failed miserably. Big chance lost. Right here, guilty of holding R2. Get the ball to my feet. Just run straight into the defender. Probably got a couple of options here. Chris, chances are, he's running through this gap right here. So I can hold the ball, I can just play a little dink for him through there. I could just somehow try and get around this defender and then play it up to him. Hold an R2, lose the ball. Right, I need to hit this now. It's a nice big clear open space here. By the time I shoot, I'm trying to shoot the narrowest gap. I shoot him at the front post, I end up just kicking it at the keeper. But like, I've taken one or two additional touches that are completely unnecessary, and then try and shoot. I assume front post, but it's on straight at the keeper. If it was going front post, it's got to get through this tiny gap here, which is never happening. 0-0, big chance wasted. Just shoot. Second time. 0-0, nearly the 45th minute. Just shoot. Nope. Fake shot away. So we are in the 45th minute now. Right. This is almost laughable at positioning. In this position here, in this ring, there are 13 players. 7 defenders, 6 attackers. You've got me, Ed, Chris, Mike's here. Any player, any player. I mean, number 2, right back. Down on the edge, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders here. 2 right here. These are basically blocking anything to Ed. Chris has got the tiniest pocket space. My player is obviously just behind this defender. We just play it straight to the guy in front of us. I think here, rather than run into the already 12 or 11 players we got, Mike needs to run this way. He needs to try and drag these defenders out a little bit. If he tries to drag one away, there's probably a ball possibly through to Chris. But by running into the box, we're just adding to this absolute clusterfuck as it is. I could probably try and grab my pro and run him out here. Try and grab the any, run him out here. I get the rush. It literally is the end of the half. But waste. Right. I just turn back. It's a decent first touch. These two just don't know where they're going. I was going to knock this around the corner of the Chris. Nope, turn back to danger. Which isn't a problem, as long as I keep the ball. I've got the option there. I'm going to lay it back to the any player, lay off the down. What do? Play it against the way I'm facing. Chance wasted. Right, 87th minute, 88th minute even. Classic us, we need a goal, we're going to rush. Ed gets the ball here, turns back, it's absolutely fine, guys on the floor. Mike needs to probably drag these defenders wide a little bit. Option for Ed is to come back. I mean, obviously the counter-attack's on, but we are... I can't work out if Ed's got energy or whether he's fucked. Looks like he'll be fucked. Yeah, it looks like it's flashing a little bit. Chris fucked, Mike fucked. Then we try and play the ball through this absolutely impossible gap. So I think here, obviously we need the goal, I get that. But the option, I could call it back, communication thing yet again. But instead we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders here, 2 players. This guy just steps up and it's just an easy interception because he can spot this guy on Mike. Well, he gets the flick off him and then ends up with that guy. We get lucky break, we get it back again. Ah, shit! Oh. We just need to take our time a little bit, sometimes a little bit of composure. We're all guilty of it. I don't really know what was being attempted there, to be honest. Here, another long ball. We're just giving the ball away. Dan gets the ball here. He's got an option to Mike. He's got a possible option to Ed. If he wants, he can turn back to the defender. I'm quite happy to have the ball. Chris obviously can't get the ball. This guy's right here. Chris is running. Right, now the pass to, you probably maybe R1 triangle down the side here to Chris. The pass to Ed and Mike is gone. This guy's going to get that ball. He's going to mop that ball there long. The pass to any player is still there. We're just kicking it aimlessly away. Try and play something way too complicated here. I can see Mike run the back post. Try something a bit different. 44th minute. Will be the 45th by the time he possibly gets the ball. But this pass is just never going to make it. I mean, if I look, my pro here, look how much room I've got. Try and play something way too complicated. That just isn't going to happen. Mike's not ahead of the defender really. Could I try and maybe hook it through to Chris? Possibly. This guy got his leg stuck out. So he probably would have got that. But the really, really obvious pass is to my pro here. And I've got acres of space to do what I like. Right, audio cue, team press. Fine, and then we're just trying to play this pass in between 3 players, it's just not going to happen. Got 2 people in here, bunched up again. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders. Find ourselves in this position yet again. Now a rushed counter attack. Easy ball, Ed's feet. Ed, hold L2. Nope, we're just going to aimlessly give it away down the wing. Not 100% sure what these arrows are for. Might be because I'm making the wrong run. I probably should put an X that says, right, I sort of half follow this arrow. I need to follow this arrow. By pulling these in, we're 1-all. Good chance. By running this way, I'm dragging this defender with me. Ed is already running through this gap. If I'm running this side, it pulls him along with me. Ed's got this guy to beat. Let's go through the middle. But I end up now dragging this defender. This guy's left Mike. Ed's got 3 defenders around him. Does what he can. It's not a bad chance considering that he had nothing on. But that was all ruined because of a really poor run. And that's that. Hope it helps a little bit. But yeah, I think it's... Everyone's going to make mistakes. But it's the repetitive ones, the ones where we keep rushing or we keep choosing the wrong pass. If we lower them down, we win a lot more of our games, score a lot more goals. Everyone's going to make a mistake. You're going to take the wrong shot at some point, you're going to make the wrong pass. But if we try and just reduce the amount of mistakes, then we've got a much bigger chance of winning. Thanks for watching, guys.